All right, hello everyone. Welcome to another Roulette Rivals 13 matchup. Today between In4Fun and ThatObserver. This is a loser's bracket round 8 match, and for this cast, I am joined by Mr. RR Stats himself, the one and only Currymaker. How you doing, Curry? Oh dear, I can't hear Curry. Oh no, okay, I can see that you were speaking. Let me see, this might be a quick issue that I can fix here. Of course there's gonna be voice and video issues here. Hang on one sec, Curry. Don't give up. Output device default. Okay, say something again? Still nothing. Okay, let me try something else. I'm sure... Okay, say something again? There he is, there's our guy. How you doing, Curry? Glad to hear it, man. Yes, chat, please let me know if you can hear... Please let me know if you can hear Curry now, because I can hear him. Are you not able to? Can't hear Curry. Okay, I can hear Curry, but you guys can't. Yes, we are one step closer. Can you hear him on this screen?
Hello.
Co-caster audio. Let me turn down the
I
music.
think actually on this one I'm audible.
Okay, great. Well, Curry, thank you so much for joining me for this match. I'm really excited to have you along. I know you're a big fan of Haven, perhaps the most reputed Haven enjoyer. So to start off on Haven and have you here along to see our guys In4Fun and ThatObserver kick off this match, I'm super hyped for it, man. How are you feeling?
Yeah, me too. Actually, only just like 5 minutes ago before the match saw that the first map was Haven, so I'm even more hyped now.
Yes.
Yeah, I am a very great Haven enjoyer. I've been enjoying it ever since we had wall hacks on the map. Everybody hated it in the past for having like a ton of wall hacks. I was like, well, just gotta work around that.
I love some of the isolations and strats that people ended up utilizing the wall hacks to their advantage, you know, because it's like if you can't beat it, then, you know, join it in a way, like make the most of it. But yeah, they've taken the wall hacks away from us now, which is a bitter pill to swallow, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
But people wanted it fixed, so here we go. We got it fixed.
Honestly, like some strats had to die for that, but at least more people can enjoy the map now or something.
Yeah, it's a noble position of you to take, being that you had done so much work with the wall hacks and turned it into such a productive thing. But we're just over a minute away from our spin arriving here. Looking at these stats that have been collated for these players here: 16 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, for a total of 19 outings on Haven by In4Fun. ThatObserver looking a bit green by comparison. Those numbers are paltry compared to what In4Fun has put up. But, I mean, 2 wins, 3 losses. It's not out of the realm of possibility for Observer to win here. It just looks really good on paper for In4Fun.
Yeah, certainly. That 16-1 certainly is impressive.
Yeah.
I guess In4Fun also played Roulette for like ages already, so certainly one of the more experienced players.
Yes, yeah, he's been doing it for a very long time, so that certainly has something to do with why those numbers are so big. But still, a lot of wins. You know, In4Fun, very nice, very sweet, personable person. But his numbers and performance in Roulette is terrifying. You know,
very much so. Yes,
your heart is pounding if you're going up against him. So Observer, I'm sure, is managing some stress and anxiety on his end. But hopefully can put up a worthy performance here, because In4Fun certainly demands nothing less. Curry, I wouldn't feel right if I took the spin here, so I'd prefer you to break it down for us, sir.
All right, first spin of the match. Haven is arriving. We have Tyson Williams, no target pacification, with a machete as a resort guard. Stephen Bradley, explosion accident as the boat captain, and Ludmila Vetrova, injected poison as a lifeguard.
Cool. I don't hate this spin. I think this will be an interesting thing to see unfold here for our players. I like, it's not really hard to grab the boat captain and, to deal with some of these interesting things. Obviously, a live kill on Ludmila isn't really hard to do, especially not with these guys, taking on the spin here. But do you think that this will present a challenge at all for our guys?
I mean, the Steven kill and the Ludmilla kill is probably just going to be like most straightforward. Explosion, accident, injection, poison, both like not hard to do necessarily. Disguises, boat captain, of course, is a bit of a detour, but not too difficult to grab if you have a strat for it. Lifeguard, it's just there you can grab him. I guess the most difficult part, but which is basically the most difficult part for almost every Haven spin, is going to be the Tyson kill, since with the no target pacification, you can't do the usual cinema isolation and just leave them there.
Right.
You have to return at a later point.
Definitely
to get that.
Yeah, good call out there. We did have a restart from In4Fun there. He got spotted pacifying and boxing the lifeguard, even though I think he had the doors closed. And Observer did a quick panic and lockdown onto Ludmila, I think maybe just to delay her. And he's now over here. He threw an emetic grenade at the ceiling, I think, to hit Stephen Bradley. I was not aware of this strat that he's doing.
Steven starts in the gym, so I wasn't aware that it works, but I assume that just wall bangs him and gets him moving down to the toilet. Which I guess nice optimization of time here, certainly.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. He's definitely getting a lot of plates spinning at the same time. In4Fun now has Ludmila. He just got a seeker dart onto her. He's in the lifeguard disguise, obviously, to get this kill squared away. Observer also moving on Ludmila here, who is in. Okay, he's going to be luring her into the bathroom with a thrown distraction.
Both players doing the Ludmilla kill first. Observer, the only one to do something for Steven yet. So I assume this is going to be a spin where both players are going to do Tyson last.
Observer's having some bad luck. He's about to lose Ludmila here, but he might be able to get this. Wow, I feel like that would have been a different outcome if he were on the other side of that door, like just even a step or two, but he gets that kill off with no problem. That was tight. That was real tight on Observer's end, but he gets it. In4Fun also getting I believe he just got the kill on Ludmila as well. And
you can see the picture still very shortly on the top left. I mean, that's on Observer's side, we saw the good part about injected poison kills. Pretty much it's only like a split second that you have to be unseen for to inject the target, actually, and afterwards it's just like an accident, so the body can be spotted. Anything can happen as long as you're not seen during that stab.
Right.
Fine.
Right, so Observer is about to get Steven pacified there in the bathroom, and In4Fun in the resort guard disguise. Trying to think where he's headed based on this. He's stopping by the bar to steal that poor bartender's tips and heading up to the restaurant. Gonna get the boat captain, probably with a coin trail, I would think.
It looks like it, yeah. Now there are some strategies, especially involving banana here, that he's grabbing. To lure him somewhere out with the coins going to the kitchen. I think that's the easiest. I guess the hardest part about boat captain is getting him in a spot where he's unseen, because just getting him like isolated somewhere isn't necessarily a hard part, actually.
Right. Observer also grabbing the same 2 coins as a villa guard, and going to be working similarly on grabbing the boat captain.
With the banana on In4Fun side, that's an accident KO, so you can just change disguise as long as he's unseen. It's going to be fine. And probably same going to be for Observer.
Right, he's going to grab him here in front of this couch. This is the area that I'm more familiar with. I think he's going to be grabbing him from that couch there, which should work sufficiently to block line of sight.
Luckily, forgot to grab the banana, so that's why I had to go back for.
Oh my gosh, is he going to skate right over top of the banana? That's okay.
Actually, it should be fine with another coin or something.
Oh my god, is he not going? What's he? Oh, there he goes. getting trolled a little bit by the boat captain there. Won't give up bets to skies without a fight.
Indeed. That's... Yeah, both players now obtained the boat captain. Observer has the propane in hand, running to his isolated Steven. Meantime, In4Fun is waiting for Steven to leave this. Might actually be attempting a drive-by here.
I think so.
By the looks of things.
It pays off.
Damn.
Very ballsy. Love to see it. Love to see it pay off, though. Very nice.
Indeed. Just with that, almost In4Fun has grabbed the lead in this match again. It looked a little bit like it was like a touch behind because Observer already had something done for Steven, whereas In4Fun didn't, and now it's just he's actually ahead.
Yeah, and he had a restart. Observer had that restart. Observer did have that nice optimization. I thought that a medic grenade at the ceiling would have been like some kind of crazy big gain, but as it turned out, it wasn't enough. Like In4Fun's pulled ahead here. Now nothing's set in stone, obviously. 1 kill to go for each player because Observer just got Steven. He's trying to stop. I think this woman's going to investigate something.
Yeah, I think she heard the explosion or something at least. Not the entire explosion, probably. She had the little question mark, but she was walking around the outside, so I'm not sure where she was walking to, but just stopping it with a coin. So
the faucet
doesn't get seen.
Yeah, when sometimes that explosion I think sets off the outside faucet. So yes, thankfully shouldn't be a problem. In4Fun now heading across the little shoal between the islands there towards the villa. He did grab the machete, I believe.
Actually questioning that as well. I think it's in the security guard's hut, stuck in a wall.
Yeah. And he doesn't have it with him. That's not good because...
Apparently not.
Oh, God. When's he going to realize that? Observer is hopefully going to the security hut to grab himself the machete. Maybe he's just trying to set something up here in advance?
Yeah, certainly curious to see what his plans here are.
Observer is running onto the Stephen Bradley Island. And
there's actually another machete there.
Yeah, so he's going to grab that one. I wouldn't have expected that to be the one incorporated into the run here, but... Wonder what else he's doing while he's over here.
Where now In4Fun might actually go for the machete. It seems he just stashed the resort guard disguise back there near Tyson.
Yes.
To now run and grab the machete in a bit safer disguise with the villa guard.
Sure. Yes, that makes more. Of course, he had planned for it. You know, like I feel like a donkey now for being like, "Whoa, did In4Fun forget the machete?" Like, of course he didn't. The man's like 3 steps ahead.
How dare we question his actions?
Right, but I mean, look at the other hand here. Observer is trespassing, but he's already got the machete and he's moving towards Tyson, who's up in the cinema by the looks of things currently. You know, cameras are up. He's gotten I guess the machete being on his back isn't a big deal, but he's trespassing. In4Fun won't have this problem. Who has the machete in hand and is now heading back to the villa. So
indeed, Observer might have a more difficult direction of attack here, since, stalking around the villa in a trespassing disguise isn't always very easy. And Tyson has exited the cinema for him just now. Trying the peekaboo out here. Let's see if that works for him.
Don't think I knew about... Wait, no, he is the front of the house. Okay, I knew about that. I thought we were looking at through a different window for a second there. Observer is employing some tossed distractions here. I think just to get around that enforcer, maybe? What's he trying to do?
I think so, probably as well. Trying to throw something to get that guard turning. Yep, there it is.
Okay. So In4Fun's now waiting to catch Tyson Williams, who is just about to enter the cinema by the looks of things.
And I think he actually just exited. I think he's at a similar point where Observer was. in a second, but I think he's still gonna enter through.
What's going on with
or
Observer?
In4Fun.
He's doing a lot. Is this intentional, do you think? I wouldn't.
Not
I can't.
sure actually.
I can't say I've seen that ever done intentionally. He's getting a lot of whoosh there too.
Yeah, I guess with the amount of guards around Tyson right now, it's hard to believe that was intentional. Although maybe once that has cooled down.
I think his chat saying he did a triple shot and it just wasn't done well, such that Tyson has reacted this way.
Yes, because it kind of cost him a lot of time here without any real gain, because it's just gonna delay Tyson, and Observer has to wait for a bit longer. On the other side, In4Fun is inside there as the manager's resort guard has the machete on his back. Tyson is just in the next room. I think he's all by himself actually. He sends the villa staff away that work in there.
Yeah, I just hope that he lures, that this oh no, he doesn't. First of all, he misses Tyson with that toss distraction. But it can also be a little bit dicey in this room. Some of the doors I think are still a bit wonky, and also that one cabinet you can kind of get seen through. I think that still has persisted throughout all the fixes and updates. So, oh no, can't shut the door. Oh no, the door's opening. Oh my god, In4Fun.
Still green, just needs to get out.
What happened? What happened?
So the throw of the frontal throw to Tyson's head was heard by one of the ladies outside, and on the other side, an Observer also gets a rip here.
My god, I can't cope with this. What a twist!
Oh my god,
what a dramatic haven.
Restarting. And I think both players at this point are thinking, well, this is over now. But little do they know.
Now it's a test of like mental fortitude, right? Because you can't be like pissed off, you can't get sloppy, you can't be like, screw it, I'm gonna take risks. Like your second run has to be better than your first run if it comes down to it when you're this far into the tournament. So big blow to both players there.
To finish my thoughts about what happened for In4Fun there before he ripped, I think the frontal throw to Tyson's head of the machete was heard by one of the villa staff outside as she was walking in, which then investigated it. Obviously, he was quick enough to dump the body into the closet, but while he was trying to exit, he sadly got spotted trespassing.
Yes.
And that turned him red there.
Right, because he was still in the disguise that you're not allowed to be in that building. So really unfortunate outcome there for both players, but yes, back to square one. It's going to look pretty similar, I would imagine. Kind of a repeat of their runs here, so we can hopefully catch what we missed the first time, or just see how things go differently. In4Fun's got Ludmila going in. Obviously, Observers did the same emetic grenade strat to get it going on Stephen Bradley, but In4Fun's doing his own thing here. Taking care of the guard, and getting ready to poke Ludmila. Man, I still can't get over that.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate for the idle player there. Ooh, Observer, the mirror, I think, ripped him there with the
man.
The KO, so that's another restart for him. And then clock's ticking now, and half of the spin time is already over.
Yeah.
So even though you have like at least semi-fast strats on this, a couple more rips, and it could potentially just be over for either player here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because they each got to about, was it like 10 minutes or so in game time? Like
probably
around the time that they...
9-10 minutes, something like that, yeah.
So how many times can you really afford to do that,
Exactly.
Not a lot. So Observer now has fallen behind, certainly by quite a bit here. A 2-minute lead with held by In4Fun. That's a lot to catch up to, but they're going to keep their paces and maintaining your like composure and your poise in the face of like these setbacks and stuff is a really important part of like kind of just managing your performance as a roulette player, I think.
Definitely, yeah.
Something that these guys certainly know how to do. So both now working on setting up the boat captain. Actually, Observer's kind of doing this a lot sooner then
Yeah, I think he skipped on Ludmilla now the first time. Grabbed the propane already. Grabbed not necessarily the boat captain, but just that propane from back there, it seems.
yeah, I don't know if he
having
did.
to do Steven first, apparently, or something, or at
Yeah.
least set him up.
Yeah, I think he would have done Steven before even going over to the restaurant previously, but he did a restaurant and now he's going over to Steven, maybe to get him sick here, I think. Not super sure. But I mean, hey, at least it's a little bit different this time, keeping us on our toes.
Indeed.
In4Fun has got himself the boat captain disguise, and I'm not sure what's he doing now. He's throwing a coin in here. He's trying to get that key.
I think it's the propane back there.
Oh, right.
One of the only, if not the only, or like at least the most convenient propane to grab on this.
Sure.
And I think it was too slow to grab it when I was still distracted from earlier, and now he's
what the heck?
Walking on the railing there.
That's a little ledge drop trick that you don't even need a particle boost for.
Ooh.
So Observer gonna set up the propane here in the bathroom. He's gonna put down the breacher as well. But won't that be an issue if Steven's guard comes in there with him?
Depends. Maybe he wants to delay him just by like bumping him out here until he's.
Oh, sure.
Or his guard just doesn't want to come in. That's also fine.
Yeah, he's just taking his sweet old time.
Indeed. In4Fun also just did the drive-by on Steven again. Worked 2 out of 2 times so far, so that's pretty nice. And Observer's just KOing the guard to be safe. That also works.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking he wouldn't even stick around since he was like setting it up in advance, but he's just trying to make things a little bit easier on himself.
Yeah, probably by the looks of things.
Yeah, he's got to get into the boat captain first, obviously, before he blows up that propane. So he will be doing that remotely. But In4Fun now with 2 kills down, and once again about to breach the villa here, and work on getting this live Tyson Williams kill.
Yeah, In4Fun switching it up a little bit. He didn't get the resort guard up until this point, and is grabbing a mansion guard or villa guard first now. Probably since he obviously needs to still grab that the machete, which he's probably gonna do now, and then just grab the resort guard on the way back. Saves him a little bit of time going back and forth, so he might be able to, like, I don't know, catch Tyson in the cinema or something. Maybe that's what he's going for.
Yeah,
can't tell quite yet.
It's an interesting choice as to why he's like not trying to get the machete, because you could pick that up legally, I believe, as the resort guard, and you are kind of over in that area. But I mean, maybe there's just better reasoning, you know, that he has for.
Not sure if it's legal as a villain guard, because I think there's only as a mansion guard or resort guard. Called too many guards on this map.
Yeah.
Because the break room where the other machete is in is staffed with only villa guards, I think. So I'm not sure if resort guards are allowed in there or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Okay. Yeah, that would definitely be an important consideration. So In4Fun's got himself the machete, heading back to the villa here. Observer has grabbed himself a couple coins because he's about to work on getting the boat captain here so he can just blow that detonator up for the breacher that he has next to the propane, which is next to Stephen Bradley's head in the bathroom. And then he'll be off to the villa as well. So, you know, In4Fun's got that still 2-minute lead or so, might be a little bit more than that with how optimally it's kind of playing out here. But, you know, Observer's not, you know, he's putting up a good fight here. If In4Fun slips up again, Observer's poised to take it.
And they also got corrected by Twitch chat that apparently all guards are allowed in that little break room. It might actually only be resort guards that are in there. So yeah, the other machete would certainly be an option, but I think it's just players are considering it too much of a detour to grab that one.
Right. In4Fun, wait, is he back at the restaurant currently?
And Still his old resort guard disguise here, which he's going to grab now, or wants to grab. The boat captain just intervened slightly with that.
Yeah. So this is because he didn't stash it for himself up there in the cinema in advance. So this may have further implications on the timing of, where Tyson is in his cycle. In4Fun's going to make that switch. No issue. Observer gets himself recorded by a camera there, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just will be something he has to deal with.
Yeah, I guess in Tyson's mansion, there's always the easy option of just shooting the cameras from outside. It's just another thing you have to do at the end of the spin that you can't forget about.
Mm-hmm. So, Observer's running through the spa here to get himself onto this resort guard who's patrolling here. Needs those threads. In4Fun now in the correct disguise, but he's gonna be going up through the scaffolding outside the cinema. I think he's still got a breacher on him, which he's gonna use to kind of pop through the screen.
Probably, yeah. Similar timing to last time. Only issues there's still the one guard. Still in the cinema room, which he's gonna has distracted just now, but I think he's not even gonna bother for it and just breach the screen and walk through while he's walking outside, because Tyson in the other room is quite far in his cycle already and is about to leave it again, I think. So In4Fun needs to hurry up a little bit here.
So yeah, that cinema guard will be gone for a while, but now he just needs these people to cooperate with him, that he can get all the pacifications without any problems, and to make sure, because what initially tipped Tyson off was that In4Fun was just kind of hanging out in the open, and Tyson just happened to be looking in that direction as he walked into the room, filled up the whoosh meter enough that he stopped and looked, and that's kind of where it all began. So that's just something you have to be mindful of in this bathroom. You don't have great cover in here.
Similar issue to last time. Tyson not really going for those distractions nowadays. Hopefully, seems to be better hidden this time.
Observer, meanwhile, looks like he's behind the cinema screen as well. In4Fun does get the kill and just needs to get out safely now. Observer is taking care of some guards here while he's behind the cinema screen. Just took care of the bodyguard. But In4Fun, on his way to the boat exit. He's got those keys. He's got the boat in his sights. It's looking like GG's.
Indeed, after 24 minutes of Haven.
Wow.
Looks like In4Fun is going to be finishing 23:40 seconds. Very long for a Haven spin at this point, but with like 2 late rips, or a late rip from either player. That's
I mean,
how it goes.
Yeah, and frankly, I'm happy to see the spin completed, and look, I mean, Observer just did it. He got the kill as well. Just needs to get cameras and get out, but I mean, seeing both of them complete it, even if one is on the right side of the timer and the other is, too late, that's still a cool thing to see as well.
Certainly, yeah.
Shows obviously that he's capable,
Definitely. Much closer of a match than it might look.
Yeah.
Guess the camera trouble is also something that is gonna, or would further delay Observer here.
Mm-hmm.
He still needs to take care of that before exiting.
Yeah, he got himself a little frazzled there, I think, because he didn't remember to pick up the keys, and he's got these things to do that are still in front of him, but, cut him some slack. It's he put up a hell of a fight here on Haven.
Just sadly a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Ooh, and gets insta.
Oh man.
Engaged from there. I actually didn't know if you can shoot it from in there even. Or that might also be because he lost the map anyways.
Yeah, that may be why. Yeah, it's happened to me more than once, honestly, shooting that camera box and then seeing that guy go instantly orange.
That's why I always shoot it from the outside usually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the safe spot to do it. But with one match down now and 2 points officially on the scorecard for In4Fun, we head into our second map, Colorado, which is Observer's choice. Haven was selected by In4Fun. Observer has chosen Colorado. We will not be seeing Chungking or Mumbai during this match. I don't think we had time to talk about the bans previously. Also, I should probably pay out the predictions because I know how chat feels about predictions, so I'll work on that. Do you want to talk about the stats a bit, Curry?
Yeah, I mean, do we see something similar then compared to Haven just now? We see In4Fun with like insane numbers here, 14-7. No ties on his side this time, but still like 21 times been here, won 14 of those. On the other side, Observer been here a couple more times as well, 5 and 7. So he's been here 12 times in total. Not won everything, obviously, but still got the experience on the map, I would certainly say. Yeah.
I mean, he must be feeling pretty good. I would imagine probably some practice has been done. This wasn't a choice, a map pick like born out of like not having any other picks really to do. I mean, I think this is probably one that Observer's feeling ready for, or at least I would hope so. But we'll see. We'll see before too long. And it could be over quick. It could be over in as little as 5 minutes and 45 seconds or less, potentially. That is the map record currently held by Fanium, which was set in Roulette Rivals 11.
Indeed.
Could be quick.
Interesting part about the map picks being forced, which is like at least partially maybe true because we are now in losers round 8 of the tournaments. These players have played a number of matches yet, so because you can only pick and ban a map once up until the grand finals, if I recall correctly.
That's correct.
It's not the full selection anymore that every player has, so it might be something that he's forced to pick, or kind of forced to pick Colorado at least, while he would have preferred something else here.
That's very true. Yeah, that's as you get deeper into the tournament, it may not be to their advantage what the map picks and bans are, but we have here for Colorado, we've got Sean Rose eliminated with a fall as Militia Technician, Penelope Graves with a neck snap as Militia Soldier, Ezra Berg with a falling object with falling object as suit, and Maya Parvati Screwdriver Militia Cook. See if we can get
no live kills in there at least.
Yeah,
certainly something players can be happy about, I think.
Yeah, that's a bit merciful, I suppose.
Yeah, considering after that Haven that we just had, I think this is much more of a forgiving spin compared to that.
Yes, I would agree. I think they probably feel the same. So West Bridge start, obviously, moving in through the side here, taking care of the cameras, catching Ezra in the basement. Going to obviously drag him up to the chandelier for the falling object on the first floor of the farmhouse. And In4Fun moving up there, taking care of Penelope, dragging her somewhere for her neck to be snapped later. And yeah, we'll see Observer doing similar thing. Waiting for some timing, though. Waiting for that cycle, that guard to leave the kitchen.
Yeah, just a little bit more safer in there. Curious what fall opportunity they're going to use for Sean, because I'm not sure if there are a lot. Like, there's the staircase in the main house, but I'm not sure if there's anything else.
I think, I think, but I don't know that you would get Sean out here. It seems like more of a thing for Ezra, but like the railing into the basement by the West Bridge start, like I think one of the section of that there is a lethal dump prompt.
Very possible as well, yeah.
But I don't know that it makes sense or is easy to get Sean out there. I might be wrong.
I think it would just literally be a long drag because after all, you have the Ezra falling object kill, which is probably gonna be the chandelier in the main hallway. Which once that's done and that's discovered, is probably gonna cause a bit of trouble with like guards investigating everything.
Right.
So I'm not sure if you'll want to do the fall kill and the falling object kill both inside, or if that's something that's
Yeah.
would be a better opportunity for Sean there.
So In4Fun, he's working on getting Maya, on the chain lure here to bring her back behind the shed. Observer, I think, is trying to do the same thing, but his timing, I don't know if Maya's still going to be there having that conversation by the time he gets over there. Might be okay, but conversations end at a certain point, right? So he's a bit behind. He is a bit behind in terms of where In4Fun's at, but looks like it'll be okay.
In4Fun just grab the Maya screwdriver militia cook kill, and looks to be setting up the shed, or might just grab a technician here. It could also be it. Yeah, but it looks like things In4Fun just gonna grab a technician from this shed, because usually it's also a shed where you can isolate Sean in, but I doubt that the players are gonna go for that here, because I don't know of any fall opportunities nearby that would work there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they would just wait till he comes back to the house.
Probably, yeah.
But I'm not exact on what that timing is. I think it's like around 6 minutes or so. So that being the case, not going to be a world record spin here, but them's the breaks. As long as you get through it, that's really what matters. So Observer's waiting on Sean to come into the shed here. I don't know why.
Maybe just to get these, or one of the technicians more safely. Not sure what Observer's plan here is, or he surprises us with something entirely different.
I mean, he's dressed in the outfit for us to say, let's let him cook, Let's let him cook. He's working on something.
Certainly.
In4Fun just gets the falling object kill. Oh, wow, and dodges a lot of whoosh. I think they saw him go into the basement there. He's going to use a bullet distract to stop that person from investigating into the stairwell.
Had a bit of trouble closing the doors, and since there is a chaos body down here, don't want people coming down. But that's what I meant now. They are going to be investigating upstairs with the dead body of Ezra. So it's going to be a little bit delayed until he can take over Sean, but I mean, he's not here yet.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, he's got some time here for things to hopefully settle down and go back to normal. In4Fun is going to drag very carefully. Notice how he dragged this body, this militia, that's malicious elite that he dragged out of the stairwell before he changed, so as to avoid the hostile glitch.
Infamous hostile glitch where I feel like nobody knows when it exactly, or like I guess we all know the trigger for it, but it's not. Some people claim it's not happening consistently. For some people, it's happening every time. It's like something different for everybody, but
it's a bit of a superstition. It's a bit of a superstitious element among like the Hitman community.
At least we know how to avoid it 100%.
Right. We have our little rituals and ways, the crackpot theories about what to do, and some of it seems to work. So In4Fun gets in the militia technician disguise now, and I think he's gearing up and ready to get Sean Rose here, who should be arriving back to the house here momentarily. Observer still, yes, has not killed Ezra Berg yet, and is also in the militia technician disguise currently. So might just... Nope, he's going to change as well. That is militia soldier that he's disguised as, right?
Sorry, who are you talking about right now?
Observer.
Yes, that's a militia soldier, but looks at things, just got the next snap as well.
Yes.
So most certainly was a militia soldier now.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll be going back to get into the militia technician and also ready for Sean, who, speaking of Sean, is now standing in front of the grandfather clock. And In4Fun's going to bring him into the stairwell, who also has a hacker standing in the stairwell now as well.
That's ominous.
Ooh, Observer having to jump into a box here to avoid some whoosh that he's pulled from one of the hackers in the kitchen. In4Fun being scolded by Sean Rose, who In4Fun's having a hard time reeling him in.
Just wants the door to close.
Oh, Sean, yeah, just walks out and shuts the door real quick behind him.
Indeed. Waiting a bit for hopefully for that guard to walk by on the other side. Observer actually gets it right here. Has gotten the Sean kill, and Sean's just chilling there with one arm on the on the railing still. Very funny picture-in-picture. In4Fun now doing the same here, so they're both almost even.
But here comes a person to investigate, and okay, he was being enforced, but then the person started panicking when they saw the body, and he was able to slip by. I'm like, why are you just standing in the open? But he knew why he was standing in the open.
Enforcer status got cleared after. Yeah, In4Fun grabbing the Penelope kill that Observer did earlier. Observer still needs the fallen object kill, and this is what I was just talking about. They're about to dump or bag Sean's body, I guess. So he needs to wait now until they're out of there, which is sadly going to cost him a little bit too much time.
Yeah, Observer's done. 8 minutes and 38 seconds after the spin was delivered. In4Fun crushed it. And Observer's close.
First try.
Yeah, first try.
Yeah, Observer also close. And just that one thing I talked about earlier with both of them in this area. Here comes the drag. If he's really quick, he might even be able to get it to a photo finish, but that's so unlikely. The body even gets found now before he can do the kill. Some guard was apparently investigating that, so that's red guns for him. Heartbreaking, and
just
straight after it.
That's just how it goes. Sometimes roulette can be kind of cruel in how it and just how it reinforces just the core of like what Hitman really is. And there are things we love about it, and there are things that we kind of hate about it, things that drive us crazy, but ultimately it's something we're all willing to put up with. For the love of the game. But we're now heading into our third map, and Paris. I love watching Paris spins. Paris really has become one of my favorite roulette maps. I wasn't always so keen on it throughout my time of like watching roulette and commentating and stuff, but I think it takes a refined sort of appreciation. If I could just kind of build this up into something grand. I don't know. Paris is just it's a fun time. I always enjoy it.
Yeah, always. I think I don't know, but I think there's always something special about Paris for like almost all players, no matter if it's like roulette or just regular Hitman, probably because it's like the first map in the entire trilogy, the first map everybody of us has ever played in Hitman, probably. So I don't know. I feel like there's always going to be something special about this map, no matter if it's roulette, if it's like speed running or anything.
Yeah.
Just that special status of first ever map is always going to be different.
Yeah, it definitely is like kind of etched in the history books, and I think that we still see things that kind of challenge players. Despite it being one of the longest available maps for people to play on, there are still things that we see, I think, or that surprise us, and I still think that there are like things that are also yet undiscovered, even on a map like Paris. Because look at how much roulette has changed and evolved over time. Like there's no reason to think that more evolutions won't continue to emerge, even on a place like Paris.
Yeah, I feel like oftentimes on maps that may not be Dartmoor, it's called like we figured it out. This is like the perfect strat for everything,
right?
And we continue to find new stuff.
Yes. And so I'm super excited to be heading here into our third map, and hopefully not our last map. Looking at our player stats here, we have 10 wins and 9 losses, with 1 draw from In4Fun. Observer with 4 wins, 7 losses. looking down at those performance versus opponent stats, we can see In4Fun previously was triumphant against Observer on Paris. So maybe we'll see more of that today, or maybe the shoe's on the other foot. It's really up to them. It's up to our players.
Actually, I just realized this is a match that is already... This is a return match, pretty much. They have played each other this tournament already in the winners bracket, and that's where In4Fun won the Paris versus Observer, apparently.
Oh, was it? So just this very tournament. Wow, we got a bit
Indeed, In4Fun was the player who sent Observer to the lower bracket, and here they meet again.
Oh wow, this is a grudge match point favoring In4Fun right now. This could be the start of a reverse sweep. Not trying to jinx it, but Curry, we have to spin. Take us away, sir. What do we have?
All right, we have a Viktor Novikov with a Saber as the auction staff, and Dalia Margola's letter opener as a bodyguard.
All right, I like it. I like it. I don't know necessarily what I would do, but I know that I like it. So In4Fun's going with the tech crew start. Not gonna blow the trigger just yet.
Just using bullet distractions to get Viktor back here. No need to do the remote just yet, so you can save it for Dalia later.
Right.
Yeah, I guess the disguises aren't necessarily the hard part about the spin again. Auction staff, there's the one alone in the room where you can get Dalia later. Bodyguards run around all over the place.
Sure.
Just the letter opener and the Saber, actually. I wouldn't, off the top of my head, wouldn't know for either where they are.
Saber down in the museum behind some glass, yes. I think. There might be one up in the attic also, but don't quote me on that, probably not. Letter opener, I think there's on a desk somewhere, I would guess, which I know is not
probably
nearly specific enough, but yeah, there's maybe in Dalia's suite, perhaps, near the freestylist, chat is saying.
Yeah, there's the other Saber. There's one in the museum, which is the one In4Fun's grabbing right now.
With a bit of whoosh, but not going to stop him.
And Observer is actually grabbing the other one near the freestylist.
Oh, right,
so you can
there you
see
go.
Both Sabers.
Nice. How nice of them to demonstrate as we were discussing it. And then letter opener, yeah, we'll see where they, which desk they snag that from. I love how there's no subtle way to grab that. Like, you have to make... There's always a sound of breaking glass before a Saber is obtained. So In4Fun's gonna pacify this auction staff here and also the security guy on the balcony. And...
That's the first kill done, and In4Fun's back to green.
Yes. And gonna get the fireworks going. Meanwhile, fireworks have been going for Observer. He goes for a pacification on Viktor, but gets noticed. I wish we saw by who.
It's actually a tech crew standing on the inside of that little window who was watching and just watching Viktor get strangled out there.
Could see through the window. It's so hard to understand like what windows and glass are like actually see through and what's not, right? Because some are like people are straight up blind through very clearly, you know, glass that you shouldn't be blind looking through. But then other things that you think are obscured are not. So, really unfortunate.
Perfect example of that, these doors where In4Fun is right now at the top of the auction hall, just totally not see-through. Can do pretty much whatever on the balcony and nobody's gonna notice. As we can see from In4Fun, he's grabbing the kill on Dalia. He's shotting the guards down there so he has an easier way to the exit.
Yes. Love to see that.
Yeah, he's just running to the exit there. But Rip from Observer, not a lot in his way to stop him.
No. No, nothing at all. And that's going to be it. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. First try by In4Fun. That's a sweep. That's a clean sweep by our guy, In4Fun. unfortunately, Observer put up a good fight, a good strong fight, all the way to the end. But this is where Observer makes his exit from the tournament, and In4Fun will move on to the losers bracket. Round 9, is that the semifinal that we're looking at down there?
Losers bracket semifinals when it looks at things. Yeah, I guess the match score doesn't tell the whole story though here. Each map, pretty much Observer just a couple seconds behind. And yeah, a rip on In4Fun side would have certainly sealed his fate on every map here. So even though 6-0 looks like it was very decisive one-sided match, certainly was not like that at all.
Right. Yeah, that was some good roulette. I'm full. I wish that there was a little bit more. You know, I always kind of want seconds and extra helpings of roulette. But I certainly can't complain with that as far as quality of good competitive gaming. Like, does it get better than that? You know, maybe a little bit in the final matches of the tournament. Maybe it gets a little bit better, but like this is like seriously
finals maybe.
Yeah, right. But this is like peak. This is pretty dang good roulette in my opinion. So really really glad to see our players put up such a good show. And yeah, looking at the brackets here, it's going to be next up In4Fun versus the Reaper 47 in losers round 9, and then it's the grand finals after that, isn't it?
Well, losers finals and then the grand finals after.
Right. Okay. Right. Losers finals,
but yes,
then grand finals, and
top 4 players are determined already. Yeah, In4Fun or Reaper will claim 4th place. At least, I think so. Yeah.
So does that mean Observer's in the top 5?
Observer would be placed 5th, yes, together with K Canada, if I'm doing the stats correctly in my head.
Deserved. Well, yeah, that's a good spot. Certainly, those players deserve to be in the top 5 spots. I'm sure the people who were top 10 deserve to be there too. You know, people don't get there without being really good at roulette. So, GG's guys, GG's. In4Fun versus Reaper 47. Look forward to that match once that gets scheduled. Obviously, now these players know they need to schedule it, so it's not on the books yet, but it will be soon. And you can stay tuned for that announcement in the Discord, and also it'll be on hitmaps.com. Upcoming matches, yeah, it's we have a Scruffy versus Fanium match on the books for Thursday, March 7th. That's 2 days from now. Unfortunately, that's during a time where I'm working, so I'm going to be watching that VOD as soon as I get home. But yeah, that's going to be a great match. No shoutcaster determined yet, but stay tuned for that announcement. Any final thoughts that you care to share, Curry, before we raid on out of here? And also, who should we raid that's playing Hitman?
Just insane match, and very hyped for the last 4 matches of the tournament, actually. Winners bracket finals, loser bracket semifinals, losers bracket finals, and then the grand finals next weekend. So yeah, just a bit more roulette this week, and then we sadly are on withdrawal for about a couple of months until the next Roulette Rivals starts. But yeah, very hyped to see how this is going to turn out.
Yes, me too. And also giving our players some time to rest their weary bones and calm their nerves.
Yes.
And then also spend a little bit of time practicing for the next Roulette Rivals. But a couple big matches to go before we get to that point. We will raid into Munga Dungalis, who's always a fun time watching Munga stream Hitman. Shout outs to our players. Shout outs to our match admin, Reaper47. Thank you, sir. Curry. Shout out to you. Appreciate all the work you do for the Hitman community, our stats.currymaker.net, and the hard work into collecting and collating all that data. Appreciate you joining me for this hype match. Appreciate your time, man. And shout out to chat. Thanks, guys, for watching. Yeah, man. We'll raid over to Munga, and we'll catch you guys at the next match. See you out there. Take care.
Bye-bye.